All right, let's see what's up for you, Aquarius, for the last 2 weeks of November. And remember, wow. Let me say this first. Remember to watch your moon and rising signs if this particular video's messages don't make sense to you or resonate with you. I get that a lot, so you may want to watch them anyway. Okay, so this card in particular, it came up the last video I did, which was Capricorn. And like I said, I was shuffling these good. So there's a lot of moving past negative, possibly, I don't want to say negative, but situations that you're tired of that seem old, that you're like, okay, I'm ready to wind this up. I want something new. And it's perfect how this second card is the Three of Wands, because that is success around venture. That is success around a project or your own business or your work, wherever your workplace is. So it's like moving your thoughts and ideas into real action. Actually, I feel like you've been seeing some success. Seeing some success. That's a lot of S's. Aquarius. So it feels like by the end of November, you're going to be open to working with someone different. You're going to be open to new projects, working in different ways than you have before. You could be taking on a second part-time job, working late. How do I say this? Later hours in the day, doing something differently that makes you happy. There's something different that you all are doing, or you're adding to your repertoire of time. It feels like it's a learning thing, but it's also an expansion of your current success. This is really an auspicious card, so I'm glad to see it for you guys. Let's see what the second. Nice. Okay, well, Aquarius. Go Aquarius. All right. Well, we have 1, 2, 3 wand cards. And the wands or the rods are about our work and our passion, our creativity. So the first 2 weeks of December, you're going to feel like you're on fire. And I don't mean physically, but literally that you are... you're making very good points and strides in what you're doing. Now, this card usually and can represent, I say both, a fire sign, which would be Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This may be a person that's supporting you, or leading you, or mentoring you, or you get inspired from. This night of all the nights, well, I guess this one and the Knight of Swords move quickly. Sometimes the Knight of Wands sort of oversteps himself, and plans can get delayed if we move too fast. So I'm looking at this Ace too, because this is blessings of birth of creation, of a new job or work or progress, or maybe a baby that's sort of like coming at you. So by the middle of December, some of you are really going to feel inspired. This whole rod, 3 rods we have going on, really is interest to me. This person here, this knight, the knights are the explorers. And this is the Knight of Wands, which is the night of exploring creative projects. And these two feel very calm to me. It's like he's very happy about his venture. He's still has his back to us. So the 4 of Wands would be the fruits of the labor. He's still putting the labor out there, but there's something birthing out of this. There's something new that's coming from this looking at things in a different way. This fire sign, I'd love for you all to leave me comments. The court cards are always interesting, to say the least, because they represent people or can represent people. So you all leave in the comments who this Knight of Wands might be. Now, if you look at it this way, here's the swords. You might be moving away from this person. Maybe this person has been too fiery, too much. If this has been a spouse or a friend or someone who talks your ear off and you're like, whew, let me take a break from them. Because that would feel different than these other two. This is more like your business taking off, and this is like awesome news. So let me know in the comments below how this plays out. Let's look at the transition card. Ooh, the High Priestess. I love the High Priestess. She's the most psychic woman in the deck. She's the most intuitive. She gets the inner workings of the world. And I say that in a way of she knows that there's the ebbs and flows of life. There's the positive and then there's the negative. And she's very balanced. She's somewhat spiritual, you could say. She has this crescent moon below her. So she gets the order of the moon. She gets, like I said, the ebbs and tides of life. She also represents hidden agendas. So if any of you all are dealing with someone that you're not really sure about, that you're not sure if they're good for you in your life, you might want to really go into your inner intuition and sit with yourself and see, take a couple deep breaths and feel if this person is good for you. That might be this Knight of Wands that I'm talking about that you're unsure of. It may or may not be. So you all, of course, not every Aquarian's born on the same day, the same time, the same minute, the same hour, the same place. So this is going to represent different people to all of you all. I feel like, though, this is someone, or this is a time for you when you really are perceptive and intuitive and you get it. Okay, let's see what the crystal has to say as well. I'm going to use this crystal. Yeah, you're leveling out a playing field. You may have felt like in the past or in a relationship, it doesn't have to actually be a romantic relationship, if I can get my words out here. It can be a friendship, it can be a business partner, or business organization. But I feel like you're feeling like, now I'm on a level playing field. They're not quite as superior as you once thought. And I think that might have been in your own mind, actually. You've always been as talented. You've always been as good as them. I feel like you'd been thinking a lot. Well, maybe I'm not as good as they are, or he or she or whomever. Let's see what else comes up for you. I'm looking for, okay, that's some beautiful blue. And I'm holding it away from this, so it's not that. This particular blue, let's see, I'm looking to see if it's more of a cobalt. Well, blue has to do with the throat chakra, so communicate your words. That's beautiful. I want to say don't mince your words. In other words, don't hold back. And at the same time, use your words carefully. So that's two different encouragements, isn't it? But there is something about languages. So any of you all that are studying different languages, different cultures, that comes up as well. You might be learning, it's French or Spanish. Yeah, that comes up. Okay, so for any of you doing that, let's see what else comes up for you for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you are thinking about writing a book or a pamphlet. Maybe it's part of your work, but maybe it's not too. And I feel like some of you are going to have to stand up for your ideas and who you are. It may mean around in a relationship, or it could mean at your workplace or at your business, or ideas that you have. Stand up for yourself. This is what works for me. What works for you? All right. Okay, Aquarius, let me go ahead and add up the cards. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 is 11, 12, 13. That's easy, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Well, 13, a lot of people like that number. A lot of people, when I'm talking to them, say, oh, 13 is my lucky number. Not everyone, but some people do. 1 and 3 is 4, of course, and 4 in numerology is about building your foundation. It's about feeling that there is structure and there is safety in your life, and there is, security. So hopefully that makes sense for a lot of you, and you all do feel that. It's an important feeling, isn't it? All right, so the 4 in the Major Arcana is the Emperor card. And the Emperor card is an archetypal boss, father figure. It can represent a priest, which is interesting. The High Priestess came up because, the Emperor would be the archetypal father. She's not the Empress, but I was going to say it's the opposite of her, the masculine, but not really. She's in her own group here. The Emperor card represents the sign of Capricorn. Again, someone who is very staid in their position, who leads. It can also mean government, authority figure, judge, executive decision maker, father, makes a ruling. For some of you all, it could be any type of ruling for possibly a court case or something like that, or a ticket or a fine. Be careful how you're driving. I told one other sign that, and I got some feedback that, someone had been pulled over. Of course, the streets are busy, so that's going to happen. But yeah, don't have a heavy foot while you're driving. You know what I'm saying? It really does make a difference. So this Capricorn can also be someone in spirit who is watching over you, who is with you, a spirit guide. And I've noticed that it represents that to some people. So pay attention to your angels and your spirit guides, and those of you and those that you feel are with you.